What's up, guys? It's county fair time. I mean, I don't know if it gets any more backwoods hillbilly than county fair, but here we go. So we're gonna roll around the square here, see who's all out and about. There it is, look at that. I mean, hillbilly. You want a corn dog? You want a funnel cake? There you go. So anyway, I wanted to do a quick video, take a little ride, talk about my bike and where I'm at on the updates and build I've been working on. So as you can probably tell, I got a Memphis Shades fairing and windshield. That's like my last big piece I was looking for, and man, what a difference. Like, to not have the wind just pounding you in the chest the whole time you ride, that is a game changer for me, at least. Some people may not care, but I did not like that. So anyway, so got this bike and it was pretty much stock, right? Like, I think the only things on it that the previous owner had on it was he updated the foot pegs to, I don't know if you'd call them mini boards or what, but more aggressive foot pegs, wider foot pegs, and he replaced the shifter. So that was really it. Everything else was stock. I think he had some aftermarket parts on, but I think he took them all off before he traded it in because the issues I had putting on the exhaust. But yeah, so I put a Vance & Hines big radius exhaust on it. I threw some Viking bags, little mini luggage, or saddlebags I should say. I got a sissy bar, I got a highway bar. What else? New mirrors with longer stems because I couldn't see over my shoulders. Because again, I mean, I've mentioned this several times in my videos, but I'm 6'5". I'm more torso than leg, so I have to like adjust everything to be able to ride a bike. It feels like nothing can be stock, it doesn't seem. But threw a sissy bar on. I got a sissy bar bag. I have a luggage rack coming. I put some docking hardware on so the luggage rack should just kind of snap on, at least I'm hoping so. So yeah, so the Viking bags, I got the saddle bags, I got the sissy bar bag, and the sissy bar is all Viking bags. So maybe someday I can work on a sponsorship. I do love their stuff. I kid, but I do love their stuff. They make really good products. The two bags I bought, the two saddle bags, they're small, but both of them only cost me, I think, 94 bucks, 95 bucks. You know, some even small bags for a set is like $300-400. So I felt good about that. I didn't really need a lot of storage. I just wanted a couple of small bags to put a hat in and some sunglasses or a drink or something. But I found that I needed a little more room, so I got the sissy bar bag. It's a medium bag. I'll stop somewhere in a minute and I'll kind of do a walk around of everything. But yeah, man, I'm really happy with it. 2020 Fat Bob. Kind of made it my own. There's still some other things I wouldn't mind doing, like replace the clutch and the brake levers with like a shorty, like a black shorty. But that's easy stuff. You know, I've been looking at seats to try to give me a couple more inches to set back because of my height. I'm a little cramped, but I've gotten pretty used to it by now, so not in a big hurry. Those are things that I can work on getting over time. The stuff that I really, really wanted, I pulled the trigger on to get as quickly as I could. I couldn't, the stock exhaust was just a no-go, man. Like, that had to be replaced immediately. I didn't like the way it looked. I didn't like the way it sounded. So that was a must. So that was an absolute immediate. So I bought that exhaust before I even got my bike. Because I had my bike delivered. So, as soon as I had everything finalized and everything, I bought the exhaust. And I do love the sound. Like, I've kind of toyed with the idea of pulling the baffles out of it. But I don't know. Like, it's the way it is kind of now. It's like it can be obnoxious when I want it to be obnoxious, but it's not always obnoxious. Like, I'm afraid if I pull the baffles out, it is just going to be always loud, always obnoxious, which I'm pretty sure it would be. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with that yet. Probably just leave it the way it is, but it's an idea, right? So yeah, so I guess I want to kind of find out what you guys do to your bikes. Like, what's the immediate changes you have to make? I would assume exhaust is going to be pretty much across the board, because who the hell likes a stock exhaust? Not even on a Harley, any bike, right? Like Hondas, Indians, like I think everybody, that's one of the first things they replace. But like, put down in the comments, like, what are the parts that you look for first, right? Like, I kind of prioritize my list. Like, I had some ideas, but I kind of was like, these are a must, these need to happen right away, these can wait a little bit. So exhaust, again, was top of my list. And I thought the fairing and windshield was going to be, I ended up getting that last, but I was going to wait a little while to get that, just because of the price. But man, like, the more I rode, and I was like, man, I really want that windshield. Like, every time I went on a long ride or dealt with any sort of wind or anything, I'm like, man, that windshield would be really nice right now. So I pulled the trigger. What the hell? So yeah, Memphis shades, man, good products. And the Fat Bob is kind of unique with that squared headlight. So there's not a lot of options out there really for a fairing. And they do like it's made for the Fat Bob. It's awesome. It fits great. It looks great. So no complaints. I might actually get it color matched. Right now it's black and my bike is orange or red, depending on the light. Performance orange is what Harley calls it, but in most lights it looks red, and in bright sunlight it looks like a dark orange. So my little area is pretty cool, man. Look at this. How many people have covered bridges in their backyard? So I'm gonna pull off up here. We can do a little once around on the bike. Alright, so there it is. The 2020 Harley Davidson Fat Bob in Performance Orange. I feel like the color balance is really nice, right? Like, right amount of color, right amount of black. So again, Viking bags, start in the back, Viking bags, saddle bags, little minis. You got the Viking bag sissy bar and the Viking bags medium sissy bar bag. I'll have a luggage rack on the back so I can flip the bag around. Although it is kind of nice like that because you can use it kind of as a backrest. Didn't really think of that. I got darker shades for my tail lights on my turn signals up front, you'll see. But again, so here's the foot pegs that it was replaced already, but I really like them. Vance & Hines big radius exhaust. Oh, I did throw some orange Screaming Eagle spark plug wires on. Got my highway bars, my crash bars. Some Willie G extended stem mirrors. Again, darker tint covers for my turn signals. There is the Memphis Shades fairing and 9-inch windshield with vent holes. There's another shot of my spark plug wires, and I did replace the cover. I forget the name of it, I can't even think of it. Anyway, replace that with a blacked out Willie G skull because it had like a chrome 114 on it, and I'm just not a big fan of chrome. Like the little bit of chrome I have on my engine, like that's about as much as I want. So anyway, other Viking bag there, matching set. Got the docking hardware installed, so ready for my luggage rack to pop on. So future upgrades, I would like to do a license plate relocation and put it under the fender because I hate that side mount. I'd like to get, as I mentioned a minute ago, black shorty levers for my clutch and my brake. Maybe new grips. I'd like to get different grips because those are stock and they're not super comfortable. Not bad though, but not super comfortable. And maybe a new seat. But man, like that's it. Like I feel really good about the bike, guys. Like, you know, you make a big purchase, you always have that like, you know, I don't know. Like I like it, but do I love it? I love this bike. Everything about it, I love it. Zero regrets. If you're ever on the fence about a Harley, buy a Harley. And the Fat Bob's just unique, man. Like I know some of the die-hard Harley guys are like, bah, Fat Bob's, but I love it. I think I love it because it's different, right? It's not the typical Harley. It doesn't look like a typical Harley, but it does sound like one. Alright, there we go, guys. There's the walk around 2020 Harley Davidson Fat Bob. Let's finish this ride. So I'd like to connect with other moto vloggers. Like, you know, anybody who's just starting out or someone who's been doing it a while, you know, how like setups and stuff. Like I'm decently happy with my vlog setup. I do have an external like Zoom mic. I just haven't really used it, right? Like because I'd like to have separate audio for the bike sounds and then a separate audio for my vocal or my voice. I almost said vocals. I'm a musician, but anyway, my voice. So, but you know, the way you shoot a moto vlog is kind of cut up and this and that. So I think timing that second mic would be extremely hard. Like I could line it up in the beginning, but then as the video cuts and gets shorted and you know you cut some dead air out, this and that, man, that would be real hard. I guess if you just if you just record straight through, but and maybe someone can help me out down in the comments, but my GoPro, it never records continuous. It always like starts and stops. Like there's never like a break in the video, like it's seamless, but it's like multiple video files, right? It's not just one big one. And I'm sure that's there to protect your footage, so if you have an issue, like, you don't lose everything. But for what I want, it's very, very, very hard to think about lining up a second mic. So anyway, so yeah, I'd like to connect with some other moto vloggers to find out like what their setups are. I mean, I've watched a lot of videos of moto vloggers and they talk about their setups and things, but you know, some of those are a few years old and this and that. So like anybody currently doing it, like, I'd love to hear about it. So anyway, I mean, it's kind of a short video. You know, I just kind of want to talk about where I am on the bike and show the upgrades I've done. And you know, any suggestions or comments down below, please let me know. You know, like, I really want to know like what you did to your bike and what was your priority list, and or if you have ideas for my bike, you know, something cool that you've seen maybe I haven't seen yet, like, let me know. I'd love to know. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and until the next time, peace.